Game of Thrones cast recalls their sad, hug-filled final day of filming. Although fans have to wait until Sunday, May 19th to see the final episode of, the cast is much farther along in the grieving process, having already said goodbye to the show when they wrapped filming months ago. When people sat down with the cast recently, they were asked to share what they remember most from each of their final days of filming. Unsurprisingly, it was exciting and sad and overwhelming, Lena Headey, also known as Cersei Lannister, told People. Being a part of Thrones, Gwendolyn Christie, who plays Brienne of Tarth, said she fought the tears for as long as possible. "I remember thinking that I wasn't going to humiliate myself by crying," she said. Because they filmed, and, who play Stark sisters Sansa and Arya, admit to full-on waterworks. "I remember just crying and crying and crying," said Turner. "I think the most Williams said she was in a bit of denial. "I remember trying not to think about it. Doing everything I could." Richard Dormer, aka Fiery Sword Slinger Beric Dondarrion, said he was entirely unprepared for his last day. "I was just totally bewildered," he said. "I didn't realize." Also, Christopher Hitchcock, who plays Tormund Giant Spain, said that on his last day he felt a range of emotions. "The last day, I just remember I didn't understand anything," he said. "My wife cried. On my final day I realized that this has been my training ground," said John Bradley, aka Samuel Tarly. "This is the experience." Hannah Murray, who played Gilly, said on her last day she wasn't ready to change out of her costume. "I remember I really didn't want to take my wig off," she said. "Normally Emilia Clarke, who plays Daenerys Targaryen, was also overcome with emotion and had trouble delivering some of her character's final words. "The last day on set, I remember the fact that I couldn't get through the speech that I was saying near the end, because I was kind of crying too much," she recalled. "I can't say too." The series finale of Game of Thrones airs Sunday on HBO.
Raindrops, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park, pot.